Let's assemble some KML. Let's use the KML sample that we created in the last video. So I'm clicking on it to open it up. So it opens up. Notice it goes into our temporary places. Any KML that you download by clicking on it will end up in the temporary places, which you can move into My Places. So here we are in temporary places. Here's our KML. And let's try doing a search. Let's get directions. We'll just open up the place mark and we'll just use the directions to here, and that fills in the location that we're at. And I'll get directions from Springfield, Massachusetts, which is about 25 miles south. So here are my directions. You can see the route in purple, and you can see each one of the turns has a marker or place mark on it. And what I can do, let's just drag it right down into the KML that we've already created in the last step. So I'm dragging it into the folder, and now my directions that I just generated are now a part of my KML. So let's take a look at how directions work in Google Earth. I can click on the starting point and I can put it into play mode, and it's going to skip through each one of the turns in our journey. So here we are on the first turn. It'll take us to the second turn, which is really just an on-ramp to the highway. We'll stop playing. We'll zoom back out to the route now. So now we're seeing it the full extent. And let's go back into Amherst Center here. Let's go back to our building. And now, just for another example of how we can assemble together multiple sources, let's do another search. Here, we'll just turn off the directions there. So now we do have our building and our placemat turned on. I just turned off the directions. And let's search for businesses. So we'll search for pizza. And this will give us all the pizza restaurants that are nearby. Amherst is a college town, so we have quite a few. That's just the first 10 results. And let's just take those first 10 results. Once again, let me just create some space here. We'll take those first 10 results and we'll drag them down into our folder just above our place mark in our building. And let me show you how we can delete one or more of them. We can highlight it by right clicking and we can hit delete. Are you sure? Yes. So I've deleted one of my results. Now I have results 1 through 9. Let's go into the properties of one of them and let's change the icon. That's a simple change. Just pick a different icon here. Which icon? We'll pick a pine tree. I know it has nothing to do with pizza. We'll hit OK. So now that icon has a pine tree. I click on it, it zooms me to it. Let's collapse the whole thing back down. Maybe turn it all off. So now it's collapsed and turned off. Open it back up and we'll just turn everything back on, and let's zoom back over to our building. Hold on, let's get down there. Here we are. That's right, we saved the view on the folder, so that took us right there. And we'll save it. Let's save it as KML, and then we'll save it as KMZ. We'll call this KML sample 2. Last time we saved KML sample 1. I'll save it in both formats, both KML and KMZ format, so that we can look at it in future steps. Take a look at it after you're done with this video. You can see all the elements that are in there. You'll notice The KML file will be rather large, and the KMZ file will be a lot smaller. So we'll build upon this. We're going to learn a lot more about KML. This is really our last demonstration in this first week. Next week we'll have all kinds of interesting stuff that we're going to look into. We're going to learn about what KML looks like under the hood. We're going to learn how to generate KML through other formats. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you, and good night.